North America? Nah. You gotta raise the stakes, man. Ante up. Listen, if you shoot for the stars, you might miss and hit Mars. That's right. Aboriginal Mars. It's pyramids on Mars, bro. I got the proof. TurtleGang got the proof for you. Yeah. Y'all gotta step it up. You thinking too small. It's bigger than North America. It's bigger than the Earth. It's pyramids on Mars. Yeah. Tartarian cities on Mars. Y'all not Americans. Y'all to Martians. Go get your shit.
What do we look for when looking for signs of artificial structures or intelligently designed structures? What characteristics do they display that natural organic objects do not? What makes them different? We just don't think about it here on Earth. We're so used to seeing buildings and roadways. Natural objects such as rocks, hills, mountains, lakes, rivers, and streams have a meandering appearance to them following natural forces. Taking the path of least resistance, thus we do not see natural objects with repeated squares, triangles, circles, ovals, domes, centered objects, and other perfect geometric shapes. You simply just don't see them in nature on repeated patterns. Intelligently designed structures have engineered shapes to them, with lines that delineate repeated angles for walls, roofs, doorways, archways, foundations, and support with roadways for access. There is, therefore, obvious planning when you view a city, a town, or a building from aloft. Their duplicated hard forms differ from their random, natural surroundings. Now in this view, we're going to come in, you can't see anything as you come into planet Earth. What we're going to zero in on is Manhattan, and until you get very, very close, you see no signs of any artificial intelligence. But the minute you start closing in, all of a sudden the patterns begin to appear. Buildings, roadways, squares. You even have domes, arches, repeated patterns. Very, very obvious to us. The thing is, we just don't normally think about it, but that is how you determine artificial intelligence. Buildings of artificiality. They stand out like a sore thumb once you think about what it is you're looking at. But you can see the repeated angles of square 90-degree corners, flat roofs, and flat walls, etc., etc. Image context. What is the actual image context? Well, the location of Tithonia's latitude minus 4.96 south, longitude 89.62 west, is just south of the Martian equator in the Tithonium Chasma floor area. We've got it marked as a bullseye there on Mars as we zero in. It sits very low, and there's a very good reason probably why they picked that spot. It would be out of the way of more lethal rays from the sun. It probably had water on it at one time. It certainly looks like an inland lake was there, and that this community sits on a small island, small rise. It's an incredible colony of structures. The colony is located about 6 miles south of the center point location of the MOC 0204304 strip. It is about 2,300 feet below the surrounding Martian terrain insofar as we have been able to determine. We're not absolutely sure about the actual depth of it, but it's far, far below the surrounding territory because it lies within the chasm itself. This colony has a tremendous amount of artificial structures. They are located in about an 82-acre area. For the southern colony, there are actually 2 colonies at this location. One is about half a mile to the north. There are all types of structures here, from hexagons to very high-tech modern arches to wall ruins, step pyramids, roadways. There appear to be tunnels. There are fairly modern buildings as well as very, very ancient walled ruins that appear to be in a very, very old state of disrepair and ruin. There are step pyramids, as you find in Mexico and South America, but there are also Egyptian-style shapes that appear quite frequently. There's domed structures that appear to be like communications dome structures. It's an incredible array and a sort of an admixture of different civilizations: Egyptian, Mexican, South American, Indian, Middle Eastern architecture all play in these shapes. Some of these shapes are very, very easily discerned. Others are quite difficult to actually pick out, but once you see them, they snap out at you very readily. It's just a tremendous archaeological site. There's a 200-foot tall statue there. It has folded arms coming into view now, and it's very, very much like you find in Egypt with the folded arms, feet together, like the mummy statues that you find in Egyptian culture.